Hey guys, it is TekGeekHD here again with the video or my official video about the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now as you all may know, the Galaxy S3 was announced by Samsung at their event in London the other day. Now a bunch of us did cover it live on our website called iDevotees.com, the link to which is in the description below. We did have a live blog as everything was released by Samsung, and we do have a complete written article similar to what this video is about, but in more detail. So let's begin. I think it's probably a better idea if we start off with the specifications of the phone. So here they are. Now the phone is a very slim one and is constructed completely out of plastic, but it is a very hard and high quality plastic similar to that of the Samsung Galaxy S2. Now at its thickest point it does come in at 8.6 millimeters thick, which is really not thick at all. It's pretty thin if you guys think of it and compare it to devices of a couple of years ago, like the iPhone 3GS, which was considerably thicker, probably like 2 times the size. In fact, the second generation iPod Touch was 8.5 millimeters thick, and you guys can tell the difference between that and this, now that this has radios and everything built in along with a much bigger screen. But technology has advanced a lot in the recent years. Now even though it is that thin, it is actually pretty light as well. They have used some pretty light components inside. Not to say that they're not powerful, but pretty cool ones. And the phone weighs in at only 133 grams, which is pretty cool. Now this is sporting a 4.8-inch HD Super AMOLED Pentile display. This is not the Pentile Plus display, but that really doesn't take away much from it. It is a very crisp and clear display and has a resolution of 1280 by 720, which is a 720p HD display similar to that of the Galaxy Nexus by Google. Now the phone does come in 2 varieties, besides for the storage of course, and they are the international dual-core version, which has a 1.4 gigahertz processor and an HSPA plus radio inside. It also, the processor is an Exynos 4 quad-core processor, which is a new processor and supposed to be really cool. And the US version, which comes with an LTE 4G radio inside, does support a 1.2 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, which is a little old but not slow or laggy by any means. Now both models of the phone do come paired with 1 gigabyte of RAM, which should be all that you guys need for all your gaming, HD video recording, movie playback and stuff like that. Now let's talk about the cameras. The rear camera on the phone is an 8 megapixel camera, which does have autofocus, LED flash, and a zero lag shutter, which is really cool. Now what the zero lag shutter does is allow you to take a picture almost instantaneously. The moment you click on or tap on the shutter button on your camera or on your screen of the phone, is going to take a picture that very instant and save it to your camera roll. Also, what is really cool, which I'm sure a lot of people who use things like Google Hangouts and stuff are going to enjoy, is the front camera. Now this is a 1.9 megapixel HD camera, which does record at 720p, which is really good as compared to other phones and iPods, iPhone 4S. Anyway, now the camera on the back also is an HD camera. As I said before, it is an 8 megapixel sensor. It does record in full 1080p HD, similar to that of the Galaxy S2. Also, the phone does come in 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte varieties. And besides for all this, it still does manage a pretty good battery life, with a stock Samsung battery that comes with the phone coming up to around 2100 milliamp hours. Now the radios and connectivity with the phone does have a GPS built in. It also does boast 802.11n Wi-Fi, which is the fastest available Wi-Fi chip on the market as of now. It also does come with Bluetooth 4, which is supposed to have much faster and stronger Bluetooth connectivity with external devices such as wireless headsets and things like that. Now besides for the 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte varieties, all of these phones do also feature a micro SD card for memory expansion, which is always welcome. Now there are 2 different versions of the phone, as I mentioned before. One of them is a 21 megabit per second HSPA plus radio inside it, and the other one for the US is a 4G LTE chipset phone. Now both of these phones still do use the micro SIM, just like the iPhone 4 and 4S. So that shouldn't really be much of a problem, because if you're buying the phone new, you're probably going to get a new SIM card anyway. Now the different versions of the phone, as I said before, it does come in 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte varieties. It also does come in two colors, which are white and blue. Now this phone is actually based around nature, so it is called like pebble blue and marble white or something like that. But they both do look really nice. In my personal opinion, I do like the white version a little bit better because it looks a little bit cooler. Not to take anything away from the black version, but that's just my opinion. Now again, it has a quad-core international version, which has an HSPA plus chipset inside, along with a dual-core US version, which has a 4G LTE chip inside. Now it is running the latest version of Android, which is Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0.4. And it is also going to be running Samsung's very famous TouchWiz UI skin, which in my opinion is the simplest, cleanest, and nicest skin for Android out there. Not to take anything away from the other skins, my second favorite is probably by HTC, which is like HTC Sense. I really do like that skin as well, but you know, really, Android 4.0 vanilla is probably the best way to go, but this is really the best alternative if you guys don't have an option. Now, one of the really cool key features that Samsung has actually invented into the phone to target Apple is actually something called S-Voice. Now, this is basically an Android version, which is at the moment rumored to be locked only to the Samsung Galaxy S3, but there probably will be a port to other devices. So as I said before, this is a personal assistant, which is just like Siri. It is called S-Voice, and it is built into the phone. It does learn, does give you guys directions to wherever you want to go. It works pretty much exactly like Siri, but this is the Android alternative. Finally, the phone does come with a bunch of cool things. The Samsung Galaxy S3 does have an NFC chip inside it, which is near field communication, and basically what that allows you to do is actually like use features like Android Beam, which allows you to wirelessly transfer stuff from one phone to another, which is pretty cool. Another really cool thing is that I don't really think they told anyone at launch, but it is something that was released in the press release, that you guys also do get a free 50 gigabyte Dropbox account with every Samsung Galaxy S3, which in my opinion is a really good deal. Though I do think that Samsung should have gone with something like Google Drive, because it does run Android, which is owned by Google, and that would have been a little bit easier integration considering it is running a Google operating system. But nevertheless, it is really cool and something that I'm sure that future Samsung Galaxy S3 owners will completely enjoy using. Now anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to leave a like rating, and also if you want to see more videos like this, do remember to subscribe. Also, just a side note, I'm really sorry about the audio quality. I will be picking up a new microphone soon, so if you guys would like to leave a comment below on which one I should get, my budget is somewhere around $100 to $150, so do let me know about that. Some of the microphones I'm thinking about right now are the Audio-Technica AT2020, the Blue Microphones Yeti, and the Zoom Recorders Zoom H1 handy recorder. So do let me know which one I should pick up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.